Hi, my name is Jim Seabrook, and I've been a part of, Shirley and myself, have been a part of Reliv now for 20 years. And for us, it's been life-changing in financial aspects, but also with incredible health results. So if you gather something from this webinar today, I'm a big fan of Reliv because of what it's done for our family and ourselves. And we've shared this incredible product and this incredible business opportunity to a lot of people around the world. And today we have business now in 9 countries around the world. So it's been an incredible journey. It's been an incredible growth journey for us as far as this company with its training and and the opportunity to make a better life, not only for ourselves, but everyone we speak to about this incredible product and this incredible company. Now, the mission of Reliv is to nourish the world in mind, body, and spirit, and that message is now being carried right around the world as far as what's available with the product and with the business opportunity. And it's certainly something that we've seen acted out and played out, and in real life it's actually happening. Now, the 7 steps to how to function this business. Today we're going to focus on 6 and 7, and with that we're going to be focusing on a couple of aspects of this business opportunity that our experiences on doing the business and how we've come to get to where we are. The closing, number 6 here in front of me, the closing is when we're talking to people about business, they need to understand what we actually have, and sharing that, sharing the Reliv opportunity with people is the first thing I would say. Don't try and do it on your own. That's the thing that I see quite often when people get excited about Reliv and they want to get involved with the business. They go out there and they try and do it on their own. And what we found, and what the successful distributors in Reliv have found as well, we employ our Upline, which is our sponsor, but not only our immediate sponsor, but we employ all our sponsors, 7, 8 deep. I'll just go through them to give you an idea of how we use the business to sponsor distributors into our business. And we use all the elements of the system, but we also use people, Upline. And I'll just go through them briefly. Our immediate Upline, Kevin and Lorna Barry, they're dairy farmers, and they have a seriously disabled son, which is a massive challenge. But I've never seen a couple with such persistence. And if I'm looking to share a persistence story with someone into the business, I'll call them. Then the next is Max Hansford. He's a very strong business person. If someone's really tuned into a business and want to make things work, I'll connect them with Max Hansford. The next one on the list of our upline is Marg Wickham. And Marg is incredibly knowledgeable, and her strength is in products and product knowledge, and there's no one better than Margaret to share that. Lois Redmond in Queensland, if I need to share a bigger vision of Reliv, Lois is incredible at sharing the vision of what Reliv can do for people. In America, our immediate upline in America is Mindy Jones. She's a single mum. She's now living the life of her dreams. Incredible what's happened to this lady. And she's a real inspiration to everyone. And her sponsor, Tom Pennick, well, there's no one in Reliv that paints a bigger picture of Reliv than Tom. Now, when you're in the Reliv business, you will have all those people that will be available to you in your business. You will have your own upline, and they'll be able to share that vision and that courage and the persistence that sometimes we need when we're doing this. So it's important that with the follow-up, and I'll go into that a bit later on the next slide. I've got that slotted in on the next slide. So closing, getting to an agreement. When we're talking about Reliv, people don't like to be sold, whether it's the business or the product. People like to buy, and they will buy the product and they'll buy the idea of getting involved with the Reliv business if it's presented to them in a very simple, very straight format. The simpler you can keep this, the better. And that's really the name of becoming successful, because sometimes, and I've done this myself, when you complicate an issue, the new distributor will see, gee, this is too hard, I can't do this. So it's very, very important that we keep it simple and keep it where it needs to be. When we're closing, we really need to be prepared with options, particularly with the business, of which level they can come in at. We need to have it very clear in our mind and never prejudge. That's probably the thing that I've learned over the years. You know, you'll be talking to someone and you'll prejudge, oh, they haven't got time, or they haven't got the money, or they've got a young family, they can't get involved because they're too busy, blah, blah. So it's really important that we make it simple and easy to do, and and easy for them to take action. You know, I cannot stress enough that we need to confirm with our new distributors. Don't try to do this on your own. You know, that's really. I was in Melbourne at a meeting recently, and there was a keen distributor who couldn't work out why his workmates and his family all said no to him. And I asked him a simple question, well, are you doing this on your own? And he said yes. And I said, well, you need to employ the people, your upline and their upline, to help you to get started and to be successful. We need to really utilize the people that have the experience and have been there before you. So don't try to do this on your own. The Joe and Carol Felger in the US, top money earners in Reliv, they still use their upline and they still use their downline. So that's a very powerful story for me when I heard them say that. You know, you don't get to a point in this business where you can do it on your own. Everyone needs assistance, and I jokingly liken it to a brain surgeon. Like a brain surgeon doesn't go in there and do it on his own. He has a dozen or so people helping him. Okay, so don't go out there and try and do brain surgery on your own. And when I'm talking about that, I'm talking about trying to do Reliv on your own. So it's a near impossibility, and you will be disappointed if you try to do that. So employ the people and the knowledge, use the company tools, do all those things to make it work for you. Now, not everyone's going to see things as we do, and you're going to get the no's, and that's really important that you understand that not everyone's going to have the vision and hasn't got the vision that you perhaps have at this time. So don't take the no's hard. The no's is not now usually, or they're looking for more information. So so just understand that not everyone will agree with what we're presenting here. So over the page we've got getting agreement, closing, getting agreement. Remember again, the simpler you keep this, the better. There is no hard and fast rules to where people will go, and again, I'll urge you all not to prejudge people with, you know, hey, they're too busy or they haven't got time, what have you. Just ask questions and listen. It's very, very important. Listen to what their needs are. And if you do get that no, that's fine. Just ask, don't burn the bridge, just ask, can I call you in 3-6 months' time? If your situation may change, so leave the door open, never burn a bridge, okay? And we have experienced that. A lot of people, when we first started in Reliv, have said no to us, but you know, they were watching whether we were going to be successful or not, and as success came, more of those people that said no to us actually came on board, and they've been with us now for 18, 20 years as lifetime customers and or lifetime distributors in our group. So never, never, ever burn a bridge, okay? So follow-up. This is critical for your business in the product and also in as a distributor. From a product perspective, you know, we don't ask, are you getting any results? We ask, what results are you seeing right now? And if the answer is negative, then are you taking the product? Are you taking 2 shakes a day? You know, no, I'm only taking 1. Well, I might come back on that is, well, do you only eat 1 meal a day? Oh no, I eat, well, the reason you eat 2 or 3 times a day is because your body needs that fuel, and Reliv is no different. So it's really important that we take full responsibility for this new person and show that they're not on their own. As I said earlier, they have a team of people who are prepared to roll up their sleeves and go to work with them. So good follow-up really does show the integrity of what you're doing, and that will lead to repeat sales. And I'll give you an example of how the follow-up is so important. One of our lifetime couple who are in the business and taking the product, obviously, Pete, a big man, okay, and he was taking, you know, 2 scoops a day, and he heard me speak, and he said, well, from what you've said, Jim, I need to take more product. And I said, correct. So he doubled his shakes, and the problems that he had, which were many, one at a time disappeared, and he just wasn't taking enough product. But it was the follow-up that made sure, like, we would have lost Pete as a customer and in the business had we not followed up. So this follow-up is critical to your business. And when the issue there of follow-up is to ensure they get good results as quickly as possible, ASAP. Because what actually happens here, your new customers and your new distributors, whichever business-wise or product-wise, when they're starting to get physical results with a product and when they start getting financial results with the business, they'll see value in what they're doing, and they will continue, and you'll end up with, as we have in our business, lifetime distributors and lifetime customers. So it's very, very important that we do that. Sometimes a new person, you will need the assistance of your upline to, you know, get them on a 3-way call and or a Skype call or whatever. And we've done a lot of that work over the years, and they can see and understand that you know, not trying to do this on your own is what we're trying to avoid here. So your new customer follow-up, a lot of this work can be done on the initial meeting. I invest a lot of time, without overloading the new person, a lot of time up front of explaining this is what we'll see. And I'll have on my phone people that I can bring into that meeting and put on my speakerphone, so I can bring the stories to that meeting, so they have a good confirmation that they're doing a good thing, they're doing the right thing by themselves. So this is not about us, it's about your new customer, your new distributor, whatever that may be. So it's really about connecting the stories, and that's what I've just said, connecting those people to stories. And there, a year or 2 ago, I rang Sydney to place an order, and they were really busy. And they had a promo on, and it was talking about a young mum in America who rejected the idea of getting involved with Reliv because she had 2 young children and didn't have time, and you know the story. And what the sponsor did, the sponsor connected that young mum with 5 other young mums. And today, that young mum is a stay-at-home mum and an ambassador in the company. Now, tell me that's not a powerful story. That is a very, very powerful story. So, you know, it's really it's that follow-up and that bringing people, new people, to the table and bringing connecting the stories. So, yeah, as I said before, what results are you seeing? You know, it's important that we get those results early and quickly as possible. And if we don't see that quick result, people will think, you know, everyone's got to wait a long time. For me, I got a result on these products in 3 days. I was walking on air in 3 days, but I didn't muck around. I was sick of being sick. I was sick of being tired, and I doubled up everything. I just took double of everything, and I was literally walking on air, and people saw that. People are close friends and family, I saw, what are you doing? They wanted to know what I had, and they wanted it as well. So taking the product, again, Katie Dean, she's an American distributor I've spoken to, and she says it like this: taking 2 shakes a day for your own self is fantastic. The 3rd shake, you need to take that 3rd shake if you're a distributor, because you need to be really on top of your game. You need to be really taking enough product so people can see, they can see your energy, they can feel your energy, and they will listen to what you're saying, because you're building credibility into the conversation. So asking for referrals and setting up the reordering process. Reliv has fantastic tools to enable us to do that now. The auto ship program, it's all fantastic news. So new distributor follow-up, and I do apologise, I've covered a little bit of that on the previous slide, but you know, to make a statement about this slide, you know, I believe the best way to achieve success in Reliv is to connect and learn from successful Reliv distributors and successful people in life. If you're knocking around with people who are successful in life and people who have been successful long-term in Reliv, that's the people you need to gravitate to. They're the people you need to learn from, because they are the people who are going to train and teach you. And they might not necessarily be your upline. They might be in another group or what have you, and you might have a good connection with those people, and that's fine. In Reliv, we share. People cross the line, upline, downline, we share, and that's one of the terrific things about this company. We're talking about investing in people. One of our lifetime families that are on the product, they live 2 hours from us, and they weren't going to listen to us unless they saw the product. So I drove 2 hours with 1 can of product. I know I shouldn't have done that, but I did. And from that 1 can of product, this family have been in the business and lifetime customers. So, you know, did I get paid to drive 4 hours of that can of product? No. But I was investing in my future, and I was certainly investing in their future first, to make sure that they understood the product and what have you. And they now have people, that family and friends, that they also look after. So it's fantastic investing in people and seeing people grow when you do that. The attitude that you carry with you is so critical. You know, if you're having, as a new distributor, if you're having a down day, or, you know, you're not quite up to speed, talk to your upline. You know, they're your coaches. You know, what happens when a footy team gets beaten? You know, you go back to the coach and you go back to the drawing board, and your team, you know, the series of coaches that are teaching those footballers what to do. Well, in Reliv, it's exactly the same. You've got a team of people upline from you that can train and teach you, and when you're not feeling perhaps up to speed, and when you're feeling fantastic, which should be most days, that's the time to get on the phone and follow up with your new customers and distributors. So wrapping up, remember to understand the process that you're going to take people through. You know, people will see results in different times. As I mentioned, I saw results in 3 days. My wife Shirley, 2.5, 3 months before she started to wean herself off all her prescription tablets. She was taking, I can't remember now, 6 or 7 prescription tablets that her specialists and doctors told her she'd be on for life. Well, after 2.5, 3 months of taking the product correctly, weaned herself off all that medication. That was 20 years ago, and today Shirley and I are both medication pain-free, which is absolutely fantastic. So remember, we have the power to help other people to achieve those same goals with their health. And the same goes with the business. Someone who is well cared for, if you show that you care about them, they're more likely to call you. It's interesting, when I'm talking to a new distributor, I'll say, please feel free to call me at any time. If I can't answer the phone, I'll call you back. And I remember when we started, our upline said the same thing, and I know learning the ropes, as you say, we called our upline several times a day. I think sometimes we got up to 5 or 6 calls a day because we'd get to a roadblock and not know what the next move was. A little easier today because of the tools that Reliv has put in place. But you know, and by doing that, we learnt and earned at the same time, and got our business off the ground fairly quickly. So when you get a no, don't be afraid to get back on your bike and start pedaling again, because you know, as I said before, not everyone is going to see things as you see them right now, but they will be watching. They'll be watching your example of how you're feeling. You know, if they see you dragging your feet, you know, they're going to tell you, well, you know, your product's not as good as you think it is. If they see you failing financially, their business can't be too good. So it's really important that we do the job well, and people will gravitate to that. So remember that the process is a journey. You're just guiding your new people, your guests at a meeting, or your new people that you've contacted on a path to success. And that success, whether it be physical, financial, emotional, whatever, you know, as a sponsor, our part as a sponsors is to get your new people and lead them to a lifetime of being a customer and or a distributor. Not everyone stays the distance. That's fine. That's with every business. So make sure that you have discipline on disappointment should that come along. And we've found that a lot of those people, they'll forget how unwell they were if they're on the product, and 6 months later they'll ring up and they'll say, you better get me another case of that stuff. So it's really important that we keep those communication lines open and never ever burn a bridge. Never discount anyone or whatever you. And again, I'll come back to the prejudging. And I know we can sometimes be guilty of that. So, okay, to wrap up here, lives are spent like money. So what are you buying with your time? Okay, so the time that we have is finite. So we really, with Reliv, Shirley and I have found that we've had more time, not less time, getting involved with the business. Shirley and I have earned well over $1 million in Reliv. It's taken us on trips all over the world, and we had barely been out of Victoria. I live down in Leongatha in Victoria, and in a country town of about 6,000 people. And you know, we were told by people who had tried Reliv in this part of the world before, oh, it won't work in Leongatha because there's not enough people. Well, we branched out from Leongatha and built a business right around the world. So, and we started locally. We started with the people, and they led us all around the world with this amazing business opportunity. So our time now is being well spent because we have business happening on the other side of the world, and while we're sleeping, their business is up and running. So I don't know what other business you can get involved with where you've got a business running 24/7, 7 days a week, and you're not at the steering wheel. So it really is quite an amazing business opportunity to get involved with. So think about your time that you're spending now, and what other business could you get involved with that over the time that we've been in Reliv to earn that extra $1 million. We work this business part-time at the moment, and that may change in the future, and I'd love to do this full-time. So, you know, you never know what's around the corner. So just wrapping up, if you haven't already guessed it, Shirley and I are very proud to be Reliv distributors, and we're lifetime distributors with Reliv. There's no question of us doing anything else or going anywhere else. The results that we've been able to get with ourselves, with the product and our family. You know, what greater gift can we give to our close friends and family, the gift of good health? And what greater gift can we give to them with a business opportunity that could change their life forever? And that's what it's done for us. So those of you who are listening to this call, you know, feel free to call the company, and I'm more than happy to take some calls down the track if you want to call. That would be absolutely fantastic. We love what we do, and we just need to be doing, from a personal perspective, we just need to be doing more of it. So, okay, I'll hand you back now to Bernie, and we'll go from there. Thanks, Bernie.
Well, thank you, Jim. Thanks very much for today. That's fantastic. Everyone's going to learn so much out of that. And I just like to say to everybody, remember to get out there, sponsor, promote, advance, and ignite your business. Thank you all.